Welcome everyone. This is Amir Ness, your co-host for the Global Coin Report, and I am here with your host and chief editor of Global Coin Report, Mark Yagala. This week wasn't too active of a week. Price hasn't really done anything in either direction. Before we begin, let me disclose, because I always do this late, but let me do this now. This is not financial advice. We are not financial advisors. Nothing should be construed as giving you financial advice. So Mark, why don't you lead us off? I know we're going to talk about a few things about the subscription report that you guys are coming up with, but walk us through what you saw in terms of pricing this week and some of the notable events, even though there weren't too many.
Bitcoin, it's basically it's in neutral territory. It's in no man's land. We're trading at 64.50 right now. My advice is to just basically stay out of the market, let this market figure out which direction it wants to head in. The volume is very low. There's a lack of conviction on both the bulls and the bears. You know, right now it's like watching paint dry. It's just watching the price action and waiting for something to happen. We talked about it today in the Global Elite newsletter. One thing, you know, you can look at two sides. You know, first from the bearish side, we're now trading below the 50-day moving average of 6,600. That's bearish. The last 3 days, we have made lower highs and lower lows. So that is a little concerning. If you look at the charts for Bitcoin and Ethereum, they both look like they want to roll over. You know, again, lower highs, lower lows, bearish signs.
No, I just say Bitcoin has one thing where I was talking to another fellow miner. We were talking about the fact that there's something that there's some people that seem to step in when it comes to like 5,900 BTC, and we think those are the miners. It's yet to be seen how well that will be support moving forward again, but it seems to have pretty much held. And also at the lower levels, you know, at 6,100, 6,200, there's a lot of orders from OTC desks from high net worth individuals and institutions, you know, that buy, you know, in blocks of $100,000 or more, and you know, they just throw limit bids in, and if they get filled, they get filled. Right. Yeah, and I think what I said a couple of weeks ago, I still think the lows are in. It's just a pain in the ass right now to watch paint dry. But tell us a little bit. You were talking to me. You've got 3 coins. Well, first of all, let's talk a little bit about the Global Coin Report Elite Report, which is really geared towards day traders and traders. I know you've got a couple of smart guys writing for you and doing research, but give us a little bit more, you know, color on what is the report about, how much does it cost a month, and what kind of information a trader is expected to get out of it.
Each day you'll get a breakdown of, you know, the major coins, what's happening, what we're looking at. It really is trying to cut through the noise in, you know, in a manner that, you know, you basically understand and know what's going on in the markets. We also issue trade signals, clear buy and sell points, stop loss. 3 coin, we issued 3 trading signals yesterday. Neither one has gotten triggered. We're looking at Pundi X, Dogecoin, and Ripple. Ripple was a big winner last month for us. We got in at 32 cents. We issued a sell order around at 70 cents. Some traders moved up stop loss up to 60 cents. So depending on what you were looking for, some traders made more. Some made 100%, some made 200%.
Yeah.
Regarding pricing, it's $47 a month or $470 for the full year. I've had a number of people ask about, free monthly trials. Look, we put in a lot of work on this. If someone wants, a free trial to get in and see what we do, and you don't have the $47, don't even waste your time. It's $47 for the month. You don't get value from it. You don't make money. Cancel after the first month, and you're at 47.
I know from my days in the equity market. The bottom line with services like this is you guys have to deliver a lot more than what people are paying for, and that's usually what happens. I mean, it's not ridiculous at $47 a month. It's not ridiculous to say one trade is gonna make up for your whole year's worth of subscription, and let alone like the actual market intelligence. And I know from talking to you and talking to CJ, we talk to a bunch of different projects, some who are totally flying under the radar that nobody knows about. And then, we kind of highlight them in the subscription report, and you can make a ton of money from that alone. So I totally understand why there's no trial. It's just either get on board or don't. I hope to see it grow. Not from the. I'm not a trader anymore, but what I think is going to be very valuable to people who are reading the report is the editorial stuff that we'll add and information about projects that people can actually invest in for more than just a trade. So
for us, it's a natural progression. I'm first and foremost an investor. I trade and invest in everything from real estate to stocks to currencies to cryptocurrencies. And, so that's my focus, 100% is on investing. And then the second thing, we started this site, about a year ago. And, we basically, we've been putting out, a lot of content, building an email database, interacting with readers and giving value that way. And, but there's only so much that you can do for free. And, so basically the paid subscription model, it's a natural progression of where we're heading.
Very good. So what else, Mark? You want to talk to us about some of the other coins that you said you're looking at?
Like I said, right now we gave trade signals yesterday on PundiX, Doji, and XRP. You want our buy and sell points again? Underneath there's a link underneath the video for globalcoinreport.com/elite. Sign up, and you'll get our signals.
Yeah.
Focusing, going back to the, transitioning and looking at the news, right now the big news of the day was the CoinBase report. They're averaging 25,000 new users per day, new signups. They have a total of 25 million users on their site. It's down from when the mania was happening, like around Thanksgiving of last year, where they were getting 100,000 subscribers, new signups per day. We're down to 25,000. I think it's very healthy. And also, the fact that they, in 1 year, have gone from a $1.6 billion valuation to an $8 billion valuation, in a bear market is extremely bullish. And, the round is being led by Tiger Global, Chase Coleman. I know the folks at Tiger. John Griffin, he was the former president of Tiger Management, Julian Robertson's hedge fund. He's a Tiger Cub. I mean, these guys are, you know, I don't want to say they are the smartest money in the business, but they're top five.
Yeah.
You know, they know what they're doing. And Tiger Global, led by Chase Coleman, he's my age. He's a brilliant individual. And, you know, he understands investment trends. He's just an investor that's ahead of the curve. He focuses on growth stocks, and you know, he's just been knocking it out of the park. You know, with his fund, with his performance. You know, he's personally made $2-3 billion in the last 10 years for himself. I mean, just a smart guy. And, you know, for him getting on board with 500 million in a bear market, I mean, that just is, to me, extremely bullish about where crypto is heading.
Yeah, good. I think it's crazy because, you know, just the thought that they're opening 25,000 accounts a day, and when I look, I still see we're so much in the embryonic stage. This is so early, like in the adoption stage, and they've gone from 1 billion to 8 billion market cap. I mean, I don't even know what to say. It's really nuts, and it just goes to show you how much farther we have to go in the development of Bitcoin and the blockchain.
Yes. So how's everything going in the mining space right now?
Mining is, you know, it's funny. I was watching Jihan Wu, the president and owner of Bitmain, the largest mining equipment manufacturer in the world, and also one of the largest miners in the world. There was a conference in Georgia, in Tbilisi, and they posted his speech. And I was watching it, and it was kind of somewhat technical, but he said one thing which I'm repeating to our clients, and that is this. He was basically talking about the bear market of 2014, and he said, I remember selling equipment to our customers in the bear market of 2014. And I remember that in the next 2 years, those same customers had made a killing because they had bought their mining equipment and started mining in the bear market. And then once the market turned and started moving up, these guys were, you know, already mining, and they were there in the sweet spot. And I say that to some of the people who I talk to. I say, listen, it's tough to be in a mining market where, you know, you're only making 40, 50 bucks per ASIC right now. But the bottom line is, as soon as this market turns, you're going to be sitting in a very enviable position. And that's exactly what Jihan Wu was saying. So, you know, I mean, thank God we're kind of structured the way we're structured. You look at other cloud mining services right now, and I really don't like to shit on competitors, but I got to tell you, it's just ridiculous what some of the people in this industry are doing. People are very angry at Genesis Mining right now, very angry, because, you know, I know somebody who has $500,000 worth of contracts that he was buying, you know, over the last 2 years, and they're just not paying him. Mm-hmm. And there are a lot of people that are just, and not only that, they come out and they say, well, you can buy hash power again. You can buy terahash again at $180 per terahash. And it's like, come on. These guys they overpaid once at 280. Now they're being asked to overpay again at 180. I don't know. You know, I think it's just crazy. It's really not good that some of the cloud mining people are doing that. So I don't know what to say about that. You know, I mean, like, obviously I'm a miner and they're my competitors, but at the same time, it's kind of like at some point you don't want people to be treated this way.
Yeah. What I'd like to add to what you were saying, and this is, I don't want to say this is investment advice,
Mm-hmm.
but the fact is, fortunes are made in bear markets and not bull markets. And what do I mean by that? Fortunes are made in bear market because you structure yourself, you position yourself in bear markets.
Yeah.
And when the bull market comes, that's when you make the money.
Yeah.
You know, last year when we had the bull market, well, who made the money? It's the players that were positioned in 2014, 15, and 16. Okay. The guy that, you know, was opening the CoinBase account last Thanksgiving, you know, he didn't make any money in this.
Yeah.
You know, he was late to the game.
Yeah.
So, you know, all I can stress is that, you know, look at the bear market. It's an opportunity. Learn as much as you can. Talk to the right people. And, you know, the bull market's coming. I don't know if it's coming. I'm not overly bullish. You know, I mean, there's only 3 months left of the year. You know, so let's just say this year is over. Is it coming, you know, the beginning of next year, the middle of next year, or maybe even 2020? I don't know. No one knows.
Yeah.
But it is coming, and you know, the key is positioning yourself accordingly.
Yeah. It's just, you know, you and I have been in the markets for a while now, so we learned that. We've internalized, you know, what it means to make money in the bear market. For a guy who hasn't, you know, been doing it, you know, for 10 years, it's hard to wrap their head around, you know, buying when there's quote unquote blood on the street. You know, that's not what they're used to doing. But yeah, I'm glad you brought it up. That's really what people should be doing. Okay, so we've gone over the subscription. We talked before. We're not going to keep this show too long, just because content this week is light. One thing that I do want to point out is we're going to have the CEO of Electroneum, Richard Ells, on the show next week, and that should be exciting. Richard is almost as famous as Bitcoin itself. It seems, at least last few weeks. I know they're working on some pretty cool things. He'll talk about that. I'll save that. But I know a lot of people want to know about Electroneum, so we can kind of put that out there. For
the Electroneum fans, you know, if you have any specific questions that you would like us to ask of Richard, please leave them in the comments section of this video.
Yep.
We will get Richard to answer them, and it shall be an interesting and exciting show.
Yeah, that's right. That's a good point. All right, very good, Mark. So we'll wrap it up here and keep this short and save the juice for next week then.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks for watching, and thanks for subscribing, and hope everyone has a great week, and check out the Global Coin Report Elite Service. Link is below the video.
Below. Yep, very good. All right, cheers. Thank you, Mark.
Cheers.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, guys.